Hello, good morning. To start with opening prayer using audiovisual presentation and followed by the reading of the attendees. Please all rise.
Good morning to all of us. Attendance for this morning's pre-bid conference for 4 infrastructure projects with contract ID number 24JF002, 24JF0018, 24JF0036, and 24JF0037. From the Bid and Awards Committee, 4 members are present. From the Technical Working Group, 4 members are present. From the Back Secretariat, 4 members are present. From the observers, we have Sir Ian J. Ranoko from the Commission on Audit. We have 3 presenters from the Planning and Design section. And from the contractors, we have 1 attending in this morning's pre-bid conference. Mr. Chair, I now declare that the BAC is in quorum.
Thank you, Ma'am Nila. Today's pre-bidding conference, we have 4 projects to be presented by the Planning and Design section. The first presenter is Engineer Jas Itak.
Once again, good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone, Mr. Chair. In behalf of Engineer Lloyd Nadalao, I'll be presenting one project. The name of this project, Improvement of Balagon CIA's Irrigation Drainage, SIAY Zamboanga Sibugay, the contract ID of 24GF0002 with a project duration of 103 calendar days. Next. And with a appropriation of 13,333,000 with an approved budget for contract of 13,006,340 with a 2% EO. The funding source this is funded by GAE, General Appropriation Act for year 2024. The project location, ang beginning ng nasa ubos tol sa dalan, ay ang end of project sa taas sa atong asubsakan. License category, small B, less than 15 million. The station project limits, beginning, station 0 plus 00, and station 0 plus 823 with a length of 823 meters. Typical section na to ani. Kuan ni siya kanang trapezoidal canal nga naay access road sa kilid. Ang trapezoidal canal 3 meters ang both dayon 6 meters ang opening. Then ang access road kay 4 meters ang width. Ibutangan ni siya ang access road kay basakan mo ni siya para dili maglisod ang traktor o sulod silang ekwipo kailang materialis ba. Kaman ang item use ani kay para sa atong trapezoidal canal sa gamit ang item 1711 para sa stone masonry o item 1713 para sa structure excavation. Dayon sa access road kay nigamit ang item 1707 para sa base na to nga 0.3 meters thick o item 1703 para sa embankment. Next. Para sa atuang summary of quantities, item number sa Part A, facilities for engineer. Dayon sa Part B, other general requirements. Sa construction survey, project billboards, mobilization. Dayon Part J sa flood control and drainage, structure excavation, embankment of stone masonry. Department orders, associated and programming, material source map, minimum equipment requirements, manpower requirement. Next. Para sa ato ang minimum equipment requirement, gamit ang backhoe, dump truck, bagger mixer, road roller, etc. Then atong manpower requirements, sa labor requirements, na project engineer, quantity engineer, geodetic, materials, laboratory technician, foreman, 24 ka unskilled personnel, 8 skilled personnel, service side. Ato ang material source map di ay, ang ato ang boulders, bukuha ta dito sa La Victoria Quarry sa Imilda. Dayon ang ato ang for item 200 sa Kabasalan Quarry. Supplemental notes para sa computation dahil sa project duration. Derive na ito dahil sa Department Order number 44, series of 2012, standardization of construction duration of DPWH projects. Dayon, permits and clearances, about ani dayon ay mga question. You may find Engineer Mark Gonzales sa DPWH Second District Planning and Design Section. Also the tree cutting permits si Engineer Gonzales sa Quiapo. Gender mainstreaming effort of Zamboanga Sibugay Second District Engineering Office. Department Order number 130, series of 2016. Next. An act of private contractors to whom national, provincial, city, and municipal public works projects have been awarded under contract to hire at least 50% of the unskilled and at least 30% of the skilled labor requirements to be taken from the available bona fide residents in the province, city, or municipality in which the projects are to be undertaken, and penalizing those who fail to do so. Questions and clarifications?
Is there any clarification or question? No?
For inquiries, you may contact me, Engineer Lloyd Candalaho. Pwede po mo man to sa... Thank you. Thank you.
Additional lang nino siya katong sa gender mainstreaming effort sa atuang opisina. So katong gibasa ganan ni Engineer Itak, related to siya sa Department Order number 130 series of 2016. Guidelines for the implementation of the provisions of Republic Act 6685 and RA 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women. So kato yung giingon katong 50% o katong 30%. Pero ang pinaka main kuan jud sa gender mainstreaming is kaning diri na dapit sa I think third page. The DPWH concerned local government units and contractors, subcontractors are also enjoined to develop their own programs to intensify women's participation in construction, civil work, and to support the contractors in meeting the 20% labor requirement. So ang pinakakuan magud sa gender mainstreaming is ang involvement sa ato ang mga kababaihan sa infrastructure projects. So mo na kuan. Ang kaning 50% o 30% katuning sa kung asa ang project na locate, dapat mo involve ta og mga individuals nga mga taga dito nga mga unemployed, unskilled o skilled. Pero ang main purpose jud is kaning 20% labor requirement nga makamit ang ato ang mga contractors. So that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Iman. To proceed, our second presenter is Engineer J. Dimol.
Once again, good morning to all in attendance. I'm J.A. Dimol from Planning and Design Section. In behalf ni Pursuit Yusuf Oladja, I'm here to present one road project under Convergence and Special Sport Program. Has a contract ID of 24JF001A. The title of Construction, Improvement of Access Road leading to trades, industry, and economic zones, road leverage linkage for industry and trade infrastructure program or ROLIT. Barangay Tambanan Road, connecting Barangay Tambanan and Junction, National Highway in support of rubber industry, NAGA, Zamboanga Sibugay. This project has an appropriation of 5 million and has a project duration of 40 calendar days and has an approved budget for the contract of 4,900,000. The funding source is under FY 2024 DPWH Infrastructure Program. The project location is at Barangay Tambanan and Barangay Sulo, Naga, Zamboanga Sibugay. Kung saan naman siya, all naman siya sa Barangay Sulo sa Naga. The size range is small B and has a license category of C&D and a single large project under less than 15 million. This project has two segments. One segment is beginning station is 1793 plus 960 and at station 1794 plus 020 and has a length of 60 meters. For our segmento, nag-adapt lang may 0+00 nga unsa nga station kay crossing siya sa Barangay Sulo to Dumandan nga section. It has an end station of 0+117 in has a length ang atong segmento na length of 117. The whole project has a total of 177 meters. For our typical road section, for our item 311-1E1, we have Portland cement concrete pavement as 0.28 meters thick, and item 105 for subgrade preparation. For our width of the road, we have 6.7 meters. For the items involved, the summary of quantities we have for Part A, the facilities for engineers. For Part B, other general requirements. And for Part C, earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, and embankment from roadway excavation, and subgrade preparation. And for our sub-base course for Part D, we have item 200. And for Part E, Portland cement concrete pavement, 0.28 meters thick, and for our road safety, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For the department orders associated in the program, material source map, minimum equipment requirement, manpower requirement. For our minimum equipment requirement, we have a total of 30 equipment. For our manpower requirement, we have one project engineer, geodetic engineer, material engineer, laboratory technician, foreman, and 44 unskilled personnel, 12 skilled personnel, and one service driver, security personnel, safety officer, and health officer, has a total of 65 personnel. For our material source map, we utilize Palumok Quarry for our item 200, and for our fine aggregates, we utilize Kabasalan Quarry. For the computation of the project duration, we have adopted the Department Order 44 Series of 2012 Standardization of Construction Duration of DPWH projects. For mandatory use of joint sealant equipment machine for sealing joint of concrete pavements, we have the Department Order 80 Series of 2016. For the concerns of these permits and clearances, we have to our contractor, please coordinate Engineer Mark for that requirement. Also that tree-cutting and earth bailing permits. For the gender mainstreaming effort of Zamboanga Sibugay Second DEO, we have the Department Order number 130 Series of 2016. This is for the contractor to not to discriminate in hiring employees for your work. Next. For questions and clarification, please for inquiries, contact Presidios of Olaja sa Planning and Design section. That concludes my presentation.
Any question? Clarification? Additional by Engineer Iman.
Thank you, Vice Chair, Sir Ray. So, since the project presented is a road project, so reiterating Department Order number 80, Series of 2016, which has a subject of mandatory use of joint sealer equipment machine for sealing joints of concrete pavements. So let me read to you the second paragraph of this department order signed by Secretary Rogelio L. Singson. So in view hereof, it is hereby directed that in the procurement of contracts involving construction and or rehabilitation, improvement of roads with concrete pavement, the required minimum equipment shall include at least one complete set of mechanized joint sealer equipment machine. So, siguro during the submission sa atong mga documents, naana dito nakabutang ng mechanized joint sealer equipment machine kay gi-require man po na sa ato ang minimum equipment requirement. And if so, if naa, and during the conduct of post-qualification, dayon makita dito nga wala, so that would be ground for disqualification. So, kato lang no, relative to Department Order 80. Thank you. Good morning.
Padayong tanong sa atong next presenter, si Architect Edgar de Matulak.
Hello. Once again, good morning to everyone present here for this pre-bidding conference. I'll be representing Architect Neo Pito Salinas and Engineer Levy Joshua Balwarte. I'll be presenting the basic infrastructure program, multipurpose buildings, and facilities to support social services. So, natay total of 2 multipurpose building projects for today's pre-bidding conference. So, next slide, please. Points of discussions, project details, project locations, appropriation, approved budget for the contract, funding source, bid opening. Next slide, please. Detailed architectural and engineering design, design plans, program of works, manpower requirements, minimum equipment requirements, and material source. So for the first project, we have a contract ID of 24JF0036, project duration 120 calendar days, based DEO 159 series of 2015, with the project name of construction of multipurpose building. Ang location is sa Barangay Labe, Ipil, Zamboanga Sibugay, near the existing Barangay Hall and Covered Court and beside the Labe Primary School. Next slide, please. For the pickup categorization, bali small B, ang size range niya, license category C and D. So for the funding source, based on General Appropriations Act RA 11975 of year 2024. And for the detailed architectural and engineering design, so design niya, same sa previous design ng two-story barangay hall. So, full concrete structural frame and steel na roofing with parapet walls surrounding the roof. Then for the facade, decorative stones sa harap with the name of the barangay and the barangay seal. So for the floor plan, once you enter the building sa entry porch, receiving area, rooms ng BCPC, VAUC, then waiting area before the barangay chairman's office, then meron ding pantry, then the treasurer's office or treasurer's room, then isang CR, complete with PWD requirements. Then leading sa second floor, next slide. Na-waiting area pag saka sa second floor, then leading sa conference room, and napodi sa CR, then na-lupon room or yung parang meeting room, then isa ka file room, then na-balcony. So for the elevation, natay for the ground floor line, 400 millimeters or 0.4 meters. And ang second floor line is 3.8 meters. And we have a total building height of 8.1 meters. Next slide. Next. So for the programs of work or items involved, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary or plumbing works. So, Part 3A, earthworks. Part 3C, finishing and other civil works. Next slide, please. And next slide. Part 3D for the electrical works. Part 3E for mechanical works. So, if ever na may questions regarding sa program of works, you can contact Engineer Debbie Balwarte. We'll be posting the contact details sa end of presentation. So for the next project, we have contract ID of 24JF0037 with a project duration of 120 calendar days. The project name, construction of multipurpose building. So located siya sa Barangay Logan, Ipil, Zamboanga Sibugay, near the existing existing covered court and Logan Primary School. So appropriation and approved budget for contract. We have an appropriation of 5 million and an ABC of 4,950,000 with an EAW of 1%. So yan, for the pickup categorization, size range small B and the license category CNT. So yan, same funding source based on the GAA 2024. So for the exterior perspectives, same lang din sa design ng previous multipurpose building and water. Bali, for this project, we have two buildings. So, ang unang building is yung multipurpose building. Same design with the previous projects na multipurpose building and water refilling station. So, sa full concrete structural frame, metal, steel roofing, then same with the parapet wall surrounding the roofing, and an aluminum composite cladding na canopy. Then sa facade niya na ay false column na made of decorative stones. And stainless steel, letterings ng name ng building sa parapet sa taas. Next. So for the floor plan, disregard na lang yung barangay hall. So bali multipurpose building lang siya. So as you enter the building, sa kanyang entry porch na ay isang full malaking area for conference or kung ano man yung kailangan nila. Bali parang multipurpose na siya. Then isa ka CR and isang pantry. So next slide. So for the elevation, we have a ground floor line of 0.4 meters or 400 millimeters. Then we have a total building height of 4.9 meters. So next slide. So for the next building, yung potable water refilling station, same design with, sa mga previous projects, yung water refilling. Next slide please. So for the floor plan, natay entry porch, pagpasok mo, Then ay window para sa mga transactions. Then same na naman, 5 million. Kasi ganun naman yung diba yung sa multipurpose natin. Multipurpose building na doon ba? Yes, ma'am. Naitid na ito, ma'am. Sa multipurpose, sa water field. So, yun. Next slide, please. So, for the elevation, we have a ground floor line, 0.4 meters, and a total building height of 4.7 meters. Next slide, please. So, for the programs of work or items involved, Part A, facilities for the engineer. Bali, itong POW niya is total na siya nung dalawang building. So, for the Part B, other general requirements, Part 3A, earthworks, Part 3B, plain and reinforced concrete works, Part 3C, finishing and other civil works. Next slide. Yan. Part 3D, electrical, and Part 3E, mechanical. So, standard na sa mga building. So, for the next is supplemental notes for the project duration. So 120 calendar days. So based siya sa DO 159 series of 2015 standardization of project duration for standard DPWH school building project. So dinerive siya sa DO 159 series of 2015. So next is yung permits and clearances, DO 159 series of 2022. Implementation of the social and environmental management systems, operations manual, and implementation of the social and environmental management system. Next. DO 116 series of 2018, tree cutting and earth baling permit application process and requirements for DPWH infrastructure engineers. So you can coordinate with engineer Mark Gonzalez regarding this. Next, PD 1096, the National Building Code, Section 301. So para siya sa mga permits and inspection for buildings. Next. Then the BP 344 or accessibility law. So implementing rules and regulations of BP bilang 344, an act to enhance the mobility of disabled persons by requiring certain buildings, institutions, establishments, and public utilities to install facilities and other devices for the disabled na mga ng mga facilities and equipment sa building na makakatulong sa mga PWDs. Next. Next is the PD 856 or Code on Sanitation of the Philippines. Section 4, design and construction of septic tanks. So yun, location ng mga septic tanks and other plumbing systems. Next slide please. Next is yung DO 130 series of 2016. Guidelines for the implementation of the provisions of RA number 6685 and Republic Act number 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women. So, as explained earlier, Engineer Eman. So, next slide please. Manpower requirements, project engineer, geodetic engineer, materials engineer, laboratory technician, foreman, 20 na unskilled personnel, 10 skilled personnel, isang service driver, security personnel, safety officer, and health officer. And minimum equipment requirements, mga service trucks, backhoe, dump trucks, mga standard lang na for multipurpose buildings. And truck mounted crane for the truss members, steel truss members. And yun. So next, material source map. So main source is yung for the for the mga projects kanina is Paloma Quarry and Nakabasalan Quarry. So yan. Next. Next. So yun. For questions and clarifications, you can contact Architect Neo Pito Salinas for the plans and design, and Engineer Levi Joshua Baluarte for the programs of work. Thank you.
Oh,
Number 24GF and 0036 and 24GF 0037. The same project title. And then multipurpose of building, same. And then two multipurpose for this 24GF 0037. Supposed to be 2 units of 2 building. Title, project title.
si Patrick atong tawagon sa.
Oo. Kay two multipurpose building man. Repelling and the barangay hall. Oh, specified. Kay the same sila sa 24GF0036. Only one building. This 24GF0037 is two multipurpose building. The repelling station in the barangay.
Because I am also thinking maybe these two projects, the amount are already incorporated to one. Or if not, maybe you can have a separate.
We have separate computations for the two buildings. You can, sir, visit Engineer Baluarte, sir, regarding the, with regards sa PLW, sir. Bali, natay separate na computations for the two buildings.
Mr. Chair, in relation of what was pronounced by Engineer Pilar, it is true that in the previous 2023 project title of this two project is construction of multipurpose building and potable water refilling station with facilities. That's the project title of our previous 2023 GAA. And now, it's true that the project title was changed. So I support with the query of Engineer Del Pilar. Thank you.
Sir, if I may answer that query. With regards to that concern, sir, it's true na the project is construction of multipurpose building lang, walang with water refilling in Kuan, kanang ato i-compare sa last year. So, as of kaning design, sir, actually, we are not allowed to change the project title na mag-add daw water refilling. So, Sa ato ang himuan na rin, sir, we will just stick sa construction of, kasi sir, ma-realignment na sir, charge alignment, and that request will be submitted sa DBM and it will take a long time, and then as for the result, surely it will be disapproved. So might as well proceed to this project title. Ang ato na lang mahimuan is to decide whether to proceed with that design na two buildings or we will redesign it into one building para ma-satisfy ang title. So ano lang sir.
Mr. Chair, I would like to add query to our distinguished speaker. This is with regards also to the 24 GF0037. So I heard previously that Engineer Bagtangan asked previously the additional column. Is that right, ma'am? And then my query is, we already implemented the 2023 potable water refilling station. And my query is only to inform also the honorable, the distinguished contractor here, the prospective. What was the difference, or if there is a difference, the previous construction of potable water refilling of 2023 to this particular 2024 water refilling station, so that maybe you could summarize so that we are informed already of the changes of that plant, if there is changes. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, ang major change, bali, isa lang naman sir, isa lang yung change sa plan ng water refilling. So, yung sa previous plano niya, ang column sa left, left corner, sa may baba, na ay false column, na para sa decorative stone. So, sa previous plano is di naka-align itong column na to. Dire sa other columns, dire sa left side. Bali nandito siya sa kabilang side ng false column. So karon minove lang natin siya para ma-align na siya tanan, naka-align na po siya. Sa aligned with the other column, so para wala na yung problem structural niya. Ito naman sir. Sa MP, yes ma'am. Sa MP. So, yan ma'am. So, nag-add na kami ng columns ma'am sa ano niya. Dire sa wall na to. Kasi yung sa previous plan ma'am, walang ano dito, walang column sa wall na to. Yes sir. Wala nang parang protruding na wall sa
additional question regarding the two projects, no? Between Labe, Barangay Labe and Barangay Logan. Why it is that 0037 is to, is there any request from the barangay na potable refilling station? Yes, so needed ang documents requested by the barangay, may resolution sila. That's Eh, baka ano naman ang ubang barangay, magreklamo regarding, kung sa pwede man na sila nga butangan tag refilling station, hindi lang ang barangay hall. Okay, thank you.
Request sa barangay, ang ato lang i-check sir if pwede ba na i-incorporate nato despite atong title, wala siya sa atong title.
Also, Mr. Chair, kay, di ba, dili na nato ma-change or lisod kay sa atuan na ma-change ang title, especially murag na ay deadline. So, I think this is recording as we speak, and naapod tayo minutes. Also, we are presented by the contractors and virtual viewers. Let this be a presentation to tell them na duha ka units ang MPB, ang multipurpose nga building, kay murag lisod jud kay siya nga ma-change. So siguro after pre-bid, opening of bids naman sa pre-construction, utro na lang pod siguro og istorya sa kuan, contractors and sa barangay. Inana siguro, sir. Also, aside napo ko yung laing question, nangutana in line lang pod sa query ni Engineer Pinolyar, if there are changes. So aside from the columns nga nag-additional ta, mura og naapod tay changes sa iyahang naatay centrifugal pump with control nga 2 sets. Last year was 1. So 3.5 horsepower gyapon siya kaning duha. 3.5. Okay, yet to confirm pa. Mangutana na lang kay Architect Salinas for kwan lang pod sa viewers or sa kay sir nga contractor. Also, ang overhead tank 2 sets na lang siya instead of 3 sets. So for the information lang pod sa viewers and the contractors and the prospective bidders, ang overhead tank stainless is aside from the tank nga naa sa water treatment plant para sa refilling station. So naa siya duha daan sa sulod. So another duha, ang isa is gawas sa refilling, ang isa is gawas sa barangay hall. Ay sa multipurpose building. Okay. So, last question po di ay 20 mm gyapon ang kabilya. Okay. 8 ka 20 mm. Okay.
Suggestion lang. Gar, basin pwede next pre-bid, tanan involved sa design process, pati sa pag-program, basin pwede mo audience kay para if na-question na i-raise, certain dito sa mga answer na atong itubag. Siyempre ikaw architect katong sa electrical, sa structural. Dili ni mo ma-answer kanang certain level.
Question lang no sa about anang sa steel bars, gray ang 20 mm, grade 60 or 40. 14 lang. Okay. Sige, thank you, Mark.
Another lang po para ma-record. Ang plan nato is, na-check na ba siya kay murag, ang plan nato is 1,500 liters. Ang sa program nato is 2,000 cubic. And the price is murag gamay guro to siya. So amo lang po ipa-counter check kung parehas na batanan ang plan o ang program o ang ato ang dupa. Thank you.
Any more questions or clarifications?
I move and support the suggestion of Engineer Andalahao that those involved in the preparation of especially sa ato ang mga building projects, that the concerned personnel, those the one who do the POWs, the electrical engineers that contributed to the POW, ang katong kuan sa design and sa structural, must be present in any case, maski dili man mo present, But in any case, if there are questions that may arise with regards kung asa to ilang concern specialty, ma-accurate ang ato ang tubag. So at least diri pa lang daan, satisfied na ang mangutana kay ma-answer na daan. So I move that the suggestion of Engineer Andalahaw be dapat maano sa atoa na mapatawag na to ang mga concerned personnel during next pre-bidding for building projects. Any second motion?
Adapt na nato itong kuhan. Second. Padayon sa tuang kuhan. DEO 11, i-present na to sa atong Engineer Lumasag.
Good morning everyone. For additional requirements lang no sa atong minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bids. Guided ta sa Department Order number 11 series of 2017. Nadiri ang mga list sa mga minimum material testing equipment requirements. I think murag kaning mga gipampid nato karon na fall siya sa small contractors nga category. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Announcement para
Additional lang, Mr. Chair, for sa tanan na po siya, especially lang sa buildings, na pamantay contractor, na putay ka ng viewers, for the issuance of building permits. So, ipa-confirm lang po namo to kung sa permits and clearances, appeal na ba dito sa refilling station ang sa DOH nga mga permits and clearances aside sa building permit mismo. And we also encourage, dili lang good encourage, we also oblige the contractor to start their, kaya di naman na siya ma-discuss during opening of bids, sa pre-construction naman siya. Kung whoever will win sa kaninga project, right after pre-construction or on sub NTP, mag-start na ta og secure sa building permits to avoid penalties from the fire or para kay langan manggod ang issuance sa building permits. Murag na pa po additional si Engineer Milianes regarding sa title. Secure ang title.
Sige, once again, good morning, Mr. Chair. With regards sa kaning mga multi-purpose building na amang gutoy, I don't know if na budget tay guidelines ani from the department, but I will try to browse sa ato ang mga department orders kanang kinamang ko'y conflict na hitabo na ay nag-exist nga natukuran ang private property na yuta o government project infrastructure. So, nag-ingon to silang, nag-validate to silang architect sa Linas o silang Lebani, ang ilahang reason ng utana ko nga mangayong jud daw kuno og kuan sa government nga dapat sa mga barangays nga recipient sa ato ang mga project nga murag insurance nga if ever kana ang ilang na-determine na site diha ibutang ang project na wala na ilaing claimant ana kundi tag-iya sa barangay nga yuta. So murag mo to ilang kuan. So siguro first we will seek kung naabay basis or unsay guidelines memorandum nga na issue or na kuan nila nga bahin ana para wala na problema. So kato lang siguro no additional kuan lang to kay basin magka-problema na dayon ta kay natukuran nato dili dai sa barangay, dili barangay site. So kana the donation dapat ma-secure. So thank you.
Hello. Actually, regarding to Engineer Mendanes, no, regarding sa private property, actually na-experience na ko na during sa construction pa ko na-assign as a project engineer. A certain completing project here in Ipil. Munang nasilpiat kamay kay ang concreting is nasulod na ang sa private lot dito na agi ang concreting. It's very sad na actually dili gito sayop sa implementing na sa section. During sa planning stage pa to. I hope so ang the planning section dili lang sila budiretso og details estimate. May preliminary pa survey. Unang preliminary survey before ka mag-detail survey. Para clear yun ang preparation tanan. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may I add to the query of what was we heard from Engineer Bagtangan regarding the permits and clearances. I understand that this 24JF0037 was located in Barangay Logan, but I understand that this is actually located, the two units was located in different locations. Is that right, architect? Yes. So my query is that since this is located in different locations, so in relation to what was Engineer Bagtangan said a while ago regarding the building permit, so for the information also to the contractors, prospective contractors, that this particular project requires 2 building permits. Is that right, architect? So that is my okay. So duha gyud, duha. So, okay, that's all.
Wala na? Question? Announcement sa procurement. Joy. Wala. Sige, panahin ta. Any motion for the adjournment of the pre-bid conference? Pasalamat sa viewers karon sa atuang kuan sa live stream o sa tanang i-attend karon o opening. It has been seconded and seconded. The pre-bid is now adjourned.